You're now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Let's discover hard cover months, brothers and sisters. This is enough for you to know what's up in the hood. Understood, understand this plan is put in gear to educate teenagers through its peers. The guests are teams, the hosts are teams, produced by teams, so that it be watched by teams. The situations that affect us are the topics we discuss. Let's discover hard cover months.
Seriously? Nah, I told him that yesterday. Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, I'm about to go to Jamal's house. I know. Yeah, I'm almost at his house. Let me call you back. Alright, bye.
I'll be right back, alright?
Okay. Hello?
Hello, are you busy?
Kinda.
I need you to come over here right now. I just had an abortion.
You just had an abortion?
I need you to hurry up. You have to come quick. Hurry.
Alright, I'll be there. I'll be there in 15 minutes, alright?
Please come fast.
Okay. I can't do this.
What you mean you can't do this?
I can't do it.
What?
No, I can't do it.
Can't do this.
What would you do if your son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor, cause he's hungry, and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone somewhere smoking rock now, in and out of lockdown. I ain't got a job now, so for you this is just a good time, but for me this is what I call life.
In 1964, Nike was founded under the name Blue Ribbon Sports. They introduced their first line of Nike shoes in 1972. They later changed their name to Nike in 1978. Nike became the biggest shoe company in the world with factories in 45 countries and almost 800,000 factory workers. The Nike CEO is worth $5 billion, making him the 6th richest man in America. Nike also endorses famous athletes like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and Monica Seles, paying them a combined total of $60 million to brand themselves with the swoosh logo. However, the creator of the swoosh logo, Carolyn Davidson, was only paid $35 for the design. Nike tries to encourage women and inner-city youth girls to not be another stereotype and be all that they can be to gain the support of female athletes. Nike spends $978 million a year on marketing ploys that are meant to empower women and inner-city girls. Yet, 90% of the factory workers are women and young girls. So how did Nike become so rich and powerful?
They're expensive. I'm pretty sure that, yeah, they're kind of expensive.
Yeah, they're overpriced, way overpriced for the poor quality.
What do I know about the company? Honestly, not much. Not enough to save my life if it depended on it. I just go for the fashion and the way it look. If it look good on you, well, if it look good on me, Not bad.
Nike became the biggest shoe company in the world because it operates its factories in countries where it's illegal to organize and bargain for better wages and working conditions.
They actually do that? Yeah. No, I didn't know that, but no, of course that's not right. No, that's not right.
I think somebody needs to go on strike. You know, I wouldn't be working for $1.25 a day.
But honestly, you can't even say all that though. If you go on the strike, they ain't gonna be able to survive. They already surviving barely off what they're making now.
But if they do go on the strike and they do decide not to make any more shoes, and if they put their lives on the line just to prove a point,
they got a million more people that sit there and come into work. It ain't that easy.
And then a million more will start protesting and then standing up for what they selves believe in. If the first group quit, then the next group will get stronger and do the same thing.
But that ain't, I mean, it ain't gonna work like that. You know what I'm saying? You have a very small percentage of people that will actually stand up for themselves, the people that's gonna go ahead and just sweep it under the rug and keep doing what they're doing.
But there's strength.
They ain't finna lose nothing.
I feel it's strength in numbers, and all these people stood up for what they believe in, and they believe that what they're working for and what they're doing is not right. They have the power to stop all these gym shoe companies and clothing companies as well.
How do these criminals get these passes on doing it? Like, how do we allow this? Like how does that happen? Like, who allows this?
If a country is willing, I mean, people need to work. You know what I'm saying? It's not exactly the greatest thing. If that country brings in companies like Nike because of no child labor laws, then they're going to bring people in. If they don't, it's going to go to another country. And it's also, I think, the job of the country importing these goods, the U.S., to make sure that it comes from countries that actually don't have child labor laws, or actually, that enforce child labor laws.
That's a tough one to say. I don't know if it's wrong or right, but it's ultimately up to Nike to, employ people that, are adults and of age. If they take advantage of of children to do, sweatshop labor, then that wouldn't be right. So, and I'm kind of mixed on that, I guess.
I mean, that currently goes on in the U.S. There's unions. I mean, look at Wisconsin right now. There's unions right now in the U.S. that, look at the NFL Labor League union. Right. They disbanded and everything. So, I mean, yes and no. I can't necessarily go to the office right now and ask for a higher wage myself and get it either,
Right. According to the Asian American Free Labor Institute in Indonesia, the Nike factory workers have filed more complaints about wage violations than any other shoe company in the world.
I think it's a sign of the times. As long as the U.S. and various other countries around the world demand certain wages, companies will go, if they're allowed, to these countries to make a profit. It's a business that, from their standpoint. The sad part is they're marketing to urban American youth and all that, and they're going overseas to make these shoes, but they're still selling them here, and their profit margins increase because of this place, but it's business.
If Nike were to use 10% of their $978 million they spend on marketing, they could raise the salary of all of their factory workers in Asia.
Oh, well, I mean, if Nike were to raise that salary, I think it'd be a good thing. I mean, they definitely can afford it. But, it's Nike, it's Apple, it's cell phones, it's shoes. Anything that's not made here, which is nothing, is probably subject to the same situations and conditions that it costs to make them. So, I mean, it's business. It would be great if they did it, but they're not gonna.
Good afternoon, listeners. Today we are giving away a $5,000 grand prize to the one caller who answers this one question correctly. Caller number 7, go. All right, caller number 7, here's your question for today. In the popular reality show Jersey Shore, what is the situation's real name? For $5,000, caller number 7, 10 seconds, go. Hello, caller number 7. 5 seconds. Oh, there goes $5,000, not in your pocket, buddy. All right, well, here's a request from Johnny to Elizabeth, and we're gonna do this again in 1 more hour, so stay tuned.
You look ravishing tonight. Would you like anything else, senor? No, that'll be fine.
Very well.
Thank you. You've owned my heart since the day I met you. You had me at hello. That's been something I've been meaning to ask you. Sweetie, will you marry me? No. Will you marry me? So you're just gonna stare at me? You're not gonna answer? Not even a response? God, this is horrible. 5 months I've given you. This is ridiculous. 5. I'm sick of it. Waiter, check, please.
I don't know, man. This girl, she just been getting to me. Girl, she trying to get in my head. I told her, like, don't play with my emotions.
Man, like a voting sign. Should vote.
Man, I don't know. I don't vote.
Sure, it might be important though.
Nah, man. I'm straight. I'm good.
All right, well, I'll see you later, man. We'll go vote.
Just got it last night. I'm about to be on my way home. Since you didn't cook, just